So, here we are in the Cistern. Let's have a look around. First of all, I bet this is not going to work, but let's try it anyway and see what it says. Ah, gears need to be greased. So we're looking for grease. And we got an awful lot of doors. Corridor there. Broken steps. Plenty as well. Okay. So my guess is we came from here, if I remember the... Yeah. Remember how it looked. So we need to go in here. Nice and cozy. No. Not more water. I don't like that. Let's have a look at that. To enter the sewer, it must be drained. Okie doke. Sounds simple enough. Wonder if it's at all possible to climb somewhere. If maybe there is something to pick up and move around. Possibly. Gonna have to give this some thought, I think. And I'm not in quite such a good thinking mode. I can't get... my hand is not showing up anywhere, so it doesn't seem like I can pick any of these things up, as far as I can gather. Like that sort of big slab of stone, that would have been a good thing to have, but... No, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give this a bit of a think. And worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to go look at a walkthrough. Okay, so here we are. And oh goodness gracious, my mouse is a bit slow because I have been playing Fear 3 and Left 4 Dead 2 in between, and they have quite different settings. Oh well, I just have to be this slow, I guess. So, we were supposed to find this thing. Because this goo coming out here is actually oil. And we wanna pick that up. And lube this up, I guess, could be the word for it. Oh, and that doesn't really do anything. Useful for us either at the moment, and I had really hoped to get going with this because I really like to see the end of it by now. Okie dokie. Well, I can't see what good that will do, but no, no. So what good did that do? Do we have to try and place something on it? Do we have anything that we can place on it? Can we climb it at all? Oh, did it now? Okay. Let's see if we can pick up some crap and throw at it. Break, damn you! What am I missing? Oh. It's just a matter of doing this, is it? Come on. Oh yeah. Well, what can I say? It takes a genius. Now, which button was it to... Oh. Oh yeah. We're moving on now. Well, I'm suspecting these aren't gonna... Oh, well, what do you know? They're actually working. Wonder if we should do one at a time so that we know where we've been. Let's have a look at the control room then before we move on. There, just to have a quick sneak peek and see what's probably missing, because I'm guessing there'll be stuff missing and stuff to put together and buttons to push.
Herbert, how did we find this place?
An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
Well, that's a truth if ever there was one. Things don't always turn out the way we plan. It's a very... Oh, it's heavy, is it? We'll see if it actually breaks it. Oh, it doesn't. That's good at least. Oops. Oh no! Oh. Silly me. What if we, Oh, what the heck is going on? Did it... my plan is not working. Well, let's leave that be for the moment, shall we? Let's have a look in here. Ah, see, what did I tell you? Things! Stuff. Heavy things that needs to be organized. Oh, we couldn't read that little note. Could have used a little bit of a... This seems very out-pointed at the moment. What is this then? Can't quite make out what that does, but this seems to be something that we need to use someplace or other. That much is certain. Oops! I've forgotten about that tradition. How dare I? Of course I need to open the door in my own face. What do we have here? We have another one. And this looks pretty much like the other room. Pretty much. So these are, looks like some type of weighing contraptions, and we need to collect those to use somewhere. Still, although all those are stuck in their position. Okay. Okay, well, let's see if we can find the place where we need to use those sort of pipe things before we try and do anything else in there. Might as well check out everything we can so that we can make out what exactly it is that we are doing. And I'm saying we because if I don't figure this one out, I'm blaming you. So let's have a look in here. I really do love orchids. Speaking of orchids, one of my favorite flowers. They're so... Wow, what is this? Or is it just...
You're conserving water from the spring.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like a water mill.
Exactly.
Daniel, he's so good. I thought it was fishes, but there's a little fishy. But these are just like these rose petals, or whatever it is. I'm a bit cautious about going into water, I have to admit. There's a little fishy. Little fishy. It's nice to have some company, I must admit. It gets awfully lonely in here. So awfully lonely and dark in here. There's this type of bridge over there. So I'm guessing... What do we have on the other side then? Is there anything useful? Can't quite make out. Ah, okay, yeah. That is one of the contraptions then that it needs to be pulled down one way or another. Shall we have a look at the other side? Do we dare? Yes, here we go. Well, seemed safe enough. Just not quite sure. It's a bit too quiet around these parts for my liking. There's some mumbling going on around here somewhere, but oh, look at that. Let's go read what it says. Yes, well. See, I told you. Redirect sewer water.
7th of August, 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.